Alright, welcome back to 2 Hours in a Trench Coat. I'm in Hearts 3, and today we are back in Dragon Age 2. Okay, happy 10th anniversary Dragon Age 2. I didn't even realize how old this game was. I kind of should have figured as much. Dragon Age Inquisition came out a few years ago, and Dragon Age 2 came out well before that. Well, maybe just a little bit before that. But yeah, happy anniversary. Nonetheless, today we will be going through our companion quests to the best of our abilities. We have rumors that I might pick up. I want to do a little shopping, so I want to pick up, let's see if I can find backpacks and get those, but I want to go through like our companion quest. So nice crime you have here. This will be our second quest that we're doing for Meryl. And then these are just like the first quest. I don't know if they'll have ones afterwards, but yeah. So far we've already finished Aveline's. Varric is tied to the main plot of the main plot of the game at the moment with Deep Road's Expedition, which we're currently done with, but I'm not going to leave all these quests unfinished. I'm a completionist. Gotta get all my stuff done. So we got Talk to Anders, Nice Crime You Have Around Here, Isabel's Contact, and Fenris Recruited. So this one says, find Fenris. He's staying at Daenerys' abandoned Hightown mansion. We know because when we did his quest to acquire him as a companion, he said that he would be staying there. Isabella is at the Hangman pub. We saw her in the last episode. Meryl, she's at her house in the Lowtown alienage, and then Anders, I speak to Anders at his home in Darktown, now that things are settled with Carl. Carl was, if you don't remember, during his quest Tranquility, so we can see if we can get those Deep Road maps from him, because he was a Grey Warden at some point. His friend Carl was made tranquil, and something that was going on with Anders. He just kind of had this blue. I think he's kind of possessed. Not even kind of. I think he's really possessed. He's sharing a headspace with someone who was a kind spirit that is now turned into a spirit of vengeance. So he's shown brightly in the fade and kind of led Carl's consciousness back to him. Kind of something like that. It's kind of weird. But nonetheless, we will be doing those today. Meryl is closer. She's in the Lowtown alienage, and the Lowtown alienage is in Lowtown, and that's where I am right now. I'm currently at Gamlen's house. I was like sorting out my inventory and getting things stashed away because we have a stash. Yes, we have a stash. We can put stuff in our chest and not have to worry about selling it. It's something that I wanted in Dragon Age Origins because you got like stuff that are for specific characters. Or if you like hold stuff of sentimental value, your family sword, the shield of Highever, you want to carry that with you. You got Alducan stuff, you put it in the chest. You don't have to worry about selling it. Also, a thing that my friend was telling me. So there's this guy in the gallows courtyard. I'm pretty sure, and I don't really go to the gallows because Templars. But, he's there. We've seen him. I think Savitius? Something along those lines. We haven't actually talked to him, but he's had a little thing above his head. And now that I think about it, it looks kind of like one of the markers for the, like shop things. And we have this extra space right here. So maybe he's the last person we can talk to. So we have order potions, order runes, poisons, and grenades. Maybe he has something that we can buy. Yes, Rainier. Maybe he does. Yeah, I'll take who I had in the last episode with us to get some more dialogue out of them, but we're just going straight to the gallows, so it really wouldn't really give us any. Maybe they'll surprise me and they'll have a full conversation with each other.
How did you learn swording?
Swording?
Those things you do with the sword. It looks tricky. Was it hard to learn?
Takes a lot of practice.
Well, you seem good at it. I bet one day you'll be the best sworder in Kirkwall.
Meryl...
I said something wrong again, didn't I? Maybe I'll just stop talking.
Oh, man. She's so great. Oh, so great. Oh, there's an armor shop around here. But the person we're looking for is over in a corner over there. Who? Oh, it's just Templar recruits. Oh, did we? I think we talked to them earlier. Maybe we didn't talk to them at all? I don't know. But here's this person.
Ah, welcome, my dear friend, to Sol's shop. My name is Solicitus. Please take a look around. My apologies in advance. Our shelves are a bit bare at the moment. Actually, if you're interested, I could use a bit of help to remedy that.
How can I help?
It's been too dangerous to leave the city of late, and the substances I require for my creations are, of course, elsewhere. Perhaps you could find them. You'll be compensated for your time, have no fear. I'll also give you first pick of my new creations.
Make up a list of what you need, and I'll keep an eye out for you.
Perfect. A discount on everything in the shop, Sirrah.
Many mages resent the history of the gallows. It does not trouble me.
Journal. So this would probably be secondary? Yes. Oh. Find a spider silk gland, a dragon's fang, and pure iron bark. Oh. So find a giant spider silk gland. Giant spiders live in the ruins near throughout the free marches. Bring the fang to... Oh, I already have it? And find pure iron bark. The Dalish may know where to find it. Oh, okay. Apparently I've already got this fang in my pocket. Maybe. Don't know. Let's look at our inventory. Nope, that's our map. Inventory. Yes. Right, I forgot to sell the extra stuff. That's okay. Dude needs a belt though. Doesn't say I have anything here. But we have 80 sovereign, which is pretty good. I don't buy anything. Everything I use is picked up off of the corpses of the ones who dared step against us. But it says I have a fang in my pocket, but I don't see one. He's all lit up like the 4th of July.
Dragon's fang. It's larger than I expected.
Okay, he apparently had one. Oh, mage goods. The turncoat's walking stick. It's not any better than the one that I have now. I'm mad that my 20 fire damage staff has +2 to fire damage. So it's 22 to fire damage. Shared Fraternity War Staff. Interesting. Let's go see what he has in his shop. Excuse me, Anders. Buy. Nothing. Amulet of Serenity. So plus 8% to healing by this character, plus 8% healing to this character. A ring, another ornate belt. He sells potions. Ooh, restoration potion. Ooh, do we have one of these? Mostly restoring both health, mana, and stamina. You know what? In light of never ever buying anything, even though I'm kind of putting money aside to have, to buy a backpack later, I think I want to get this. The restoration potion. Seems pretty cool. So the restoration potion is 80% to health regeneration and then 40% to mana and stamina. Cooldown's 30 seconds. Then there's the regular elf root potions, which is -1 to injuries if you were to be knocked down. Heals both temporary and lasting wounds. Yeah, it might be helpful in the long run, so I'll buy it. We now only have 78 silver, 79 silver and 88 silver. But that's okay. We'll sell things. Literally everything in my pocket right now is forfeit. Yeah, I divvied out everything. I'm pretty sure everyone has stuff. Oh, right, we have injury kits. Cool. We only have 14 health potions, so maybe before we leave, we'll buy some more health potions.
Welcome back to Souls, my friend.
Hello. Alright, cool. We'll keep an eye out for the things that he's looking for.
People talk about the Circle like it's a prison. It's no different than anywhere in Thedas.
Everyone's really snippy about the circle, you know? Wow. The gallows are something else. Alright, let's get out of here. I still do want to pick up the Enemies Among Us quest. But I think right now we'll be alright. Loose ends. Herbalist task and active mercy. Okay. But I wanted to go. I'm gonna go to Lowtown Morning, Lowtown Day. I'm gonna go to my house, get rid of all of my companions, and then go and visit each one that have a quest.
Nice day
And
to
we'll
be
do
planning
that.
a trip into the deep roads, don't you think? The blight, the dampness, the festering darkness filled with tainted rats.
Shut up.
You've got a real chip on your shoulder, you know.
I've got a big blade on my shoulder, Meiji.
Right. Wonder what you're compensating for.
Oh my gosh, these two are terrible to each other. Where's my house? Map. Ah, yes. To the right, and then up around the corner. Your party's not full. Are you sure you want to continue? Yeah, I'm just trotting around daytime. I don't want to immediately go to her house. So we'll go to Lowtown again. I wish we could just... I think we're just stepping outside of our house. And then, she's not that far from me right now. It's just me. Oh, here she is.
I tried to go back to the people, to be with Fainriel, but the Keeper wouldn't have me.
Oh, that's so upsetting. But they won't take her back, so it's just... Her son is with the Dalish now, and she can't even be there to help him. Her house is so nice. How did she get a house this nice? This is impressive. She's got a giant book and everything. Giant book, cool painting. Large area to work with. Nice rug. Little... Oop. Arlathon Part 2. Arlathon Part 2. Did we even find Part 1? You ask what happened to Arlathon? Sadly, we do not know. Even those of us who keep the ancient lore have no record of what truly happened. What we have are accounts of the days before the fall, and a fable of the whims of the gods. The human world was changing even as the elves slept. Clans and tribes gave way to powerful empires called Tevinter, which, and for what reason we do not know, moved to conquer Elvenon. Elven? Elvenon? When they breached the great city of Arlathon, our people, fearful of disease and loss of immortality, chose to flee rather than fight. With magic, demons, even dragons at their behest, the Tevinter Imperium marched easily through Arlathon, destroying homes and galleries and amphitheaters that had stood for ages. Our people were corralled as slaves, and human contact quickened their veins until every captured elf turned mortal. The elves called to their ancient gods, but there was no answer. As to why the gods didn't answer, our people left only a legend. They say that Fen'Harel, the dread wolf and lord of tricksters, approached the ancient gods of good and evil and proposed a truce. The gods of good would remove themselves to heaven, and the lords of evil would exile themselves to the abyss. Neither group ever again to enter the other's lands. But the gods did not know what Fen'Harel had planned to betray them. But by the time they realized the dread wolf's treachery, they were sealed in their respective realms, never again to interact with the mortal world. It is a fable, to be sure, but those elves who traveled the beyond claim that Fen'Harel still roams the world of dreams, keeping watch over the gods lest they escape from their prisons. Whatever the case, Arlathon had fallen to the very humans our people had once considered mere pests. It is said that Tevinter Magisters used their great destructive power to force the very ground to swallow Arlathon whole, destroying eons of collected knowledge, culture, and art, the whole of elven lore left only to memory. The Fall of Arlathon, as told by Gisarel, keeper of Ralaferin clan of the Dalish Elves. It was really interesting. We don't really hear much about Arlathon. Like, we get bits and pieces of the story in Dragon Age Origins when we go to the Dalish camp and help them with getting rid of the werewolf curse. And then I haven't fully gone through this game, but we get like bits and pieces from what I know. And then in Dragon Age Inquisition, that's when it's just like, so, you've heard about them, but do you know them? And that's where it kind of like, it doesn't do a deep dive, but it's like a slow trickle of a frozen waterfall. We're waiting for what actually happened to Arlathon, because I am very intrigued to know. Like, everything that has happened in the 3 games have been like, Arlathon, something's happened to it, and Halam Sharal, that's someplace that used to belong to the elves but doesn't anymore, it belongs to Orlais now. And it's just like, well, why? What happened? What actually happened to the creators or the elven gods? What happened to their pantheon, both good and evil? So it's really interesting, and I'm really intrigued to know. I can't wait to find out, because it's just this slow build-up, and I'm like, what happened? And there's like there's not really any clues if you're just looking at the surface of it, but you can make a lot of deductions and maybe predictions as to where Arlathon went, or what Arlathon was, or where it currently is, just paying attention to the game. But it's just predictions, it's not the actuality of the thing, it's just predicting. So it's not entirely true, but we'll never know because we haven't found out what actually happened to Arlathon. So yeah, I don't even know, did we find a second book? I mean, the first one? Don't know. Alright, but we can talk to Meryl. Oh, cutscene.
This city is amazing. Do you know I saw someone get mugged? Right outside. It was fascinating. Everything happens here all at once. How does anyone keep it all straight?
Someone has jumped outside your door, and that's exciting?
It must be the alien age greeting. Hasn't happened to me yet, though. They must not like me. It's so busy here. So many things just get lost.
Do you miss the Dalish?
I miss Haren Pyval's stories. The creaking of Aravels in the breeze. The city is so busy and confusing. And the elves here are not like my clan. But I'll get used to Kirkwall in time.
The Templars haven't found you, have they?
I've been careful, even among the Dalish. Keepers never work magic in public. And I think the Templars don't even see me. I'm just another elf in the alienage.
Are you feeling lost here, Meryl?
A bit. But I'll adjust. I'm glad you came by. I needed someone to talk to.
Sometimes that's supposed to give you, diplomatic. If you take the muggings are fascinating route and then choose the aggressive, there's a bug where she'll sometimes give you rivalry. But I think there was a patch, so now you don't get anything. But I'm unsure. Alright, next up we're gonna go see Anders. We'll just go Darktown, Hangman, Hightown? Yeah, that sounds about right. Let me find a dude on the map first. Okay, I have to cross over and then head all the way down. Oh wow, it's busy in here today.
I had a friend like you once. Got in all kinds of trouble. Dragged me along. Didn't think I'd be doing that again. I got a bit weighty the last time we talked. Sorry for putting that on you.
You can tell me anything.
Anything? Be careful what you offer. I hope I didn't seem too selfish when I told you about justice. I didn't know what would happen. I figured a willing host, a friend. It had to be better than playing the demon and haunting some corpse.
We can't always predict the outcome of our actions. We can only make them with a true heart.
Kind, wise, and beautiful. You must have made a deal with some demons yourself. I'm sorry, I shouldn't presume. We've hardly met and I feel like I know you. Am I making you uncomfortable?
Keep telling me I'm beautiful. You can't go wrong with that.
Oh, I'm sure I can get more creative. No, I shouldn't do this. I don't want to hurt you.
Why would you hurt me?
You saw what I did in the Chantry. That's who I am. A year ago, maybe we could have had something. But I'm not that man anymore. I'll break your heart. And that might kill me as surely as the Templars.
Alright. Well then, questionable romances aside, let's go. Yo, there's just people down there chilling and the smoke is rising so high, but they're in like an enclosed space. How'd y'all get down there? How did y'all get down there? Is there a door or anything? No, there's not even a door. What the frick? Wow, they're just in there. Alright then. I'm ignoring that for a moment. Let's head over to the Hangman and let's go talk to Isabella. Okay, since I kind of messed up. Oh my gosh, what? Oh, gather your party. Since I kind of messed up, because I was looking for one person and I ended up finding 3 other people. It's best to do this without talking to Martin and getting his quest, because I'm pretty sure she's gonna offer, like, her contact is Martin and he's in the back, and I already picked up his quest. I haven't finished it yet, but I've already picked it up. So let's just see what happens. Yeah. Bella. Oof.
Maker. I think he's ignoring me now. Hey! Is my coin not good enough for you? Oh, Hawk. Thanks for helping me with that little problem I had. You going to buy me a drink to celebrate our victory?
I don't know if that's wise.
Oh, please. Fixating on what's wise makes you forget what's fun.
Yep. So that was that. Because we've already picked up his quest. If you didn't pick up the quest, you would get, I think it's +5 friendship from her. And then, like I said, if you bring Aveline along with, then you'll also get some points from her as well. I think it's plus 10. I have everything written out, but there's been a lot of version changes, and I can't really remember if it's like for PC or not, so sorry for the misinformation, if there is any.
Oh?
Why are you squatting there? You know what, forget it. Oh, there he is. That's how he'd just be, standing in the middle of his room.
If I go back there, I won't be alone.
The heck? Eric.
I like this bar. Everybody here knows your name.
Is that Cheers reference? Alright, let's go talk to Fenris then. But I'm gonna shop in Hightown a little bit first. Oh, he's got an actual shop. Wow.
Hey, adventurer!
blades.
Come replace your old crap.
My stuff isn't old. It's barely used. The people who used it are now dead. So, you know, it's fine. Oh, Rosebud Chomik. I'm pretty sure this guy has the backpack on him. Oh, that's nice. Not for 5 sovereigns, but it's nice. It's nice nonetheless. Enchanted boots. Boots of the Elder. It has a rune slot. Ooh. Oh, that's weaker than what I'm wearing. Ring, belt, backpack. 67? Fine. Well, there's that. We now have 60 backpack slots. My gosh. We'll have to do some quests to get our money back. Sell some things, yeah? There's something over there on the corner of my map. I'm pretty sure it's these two people. Alright, so one is Mecca, one is Magistrate Venard. I don't know who that is. I'm not going to talk to them without people in my party, though. But I need to get around them to get to Fenris's mansion. Look at Fenris stepping up in the world, getting a mansion and whatnot. Alright, let's head over towards him. Alright, down. All the way down to Hightown Square, then to the right. And then head all the way down like we're going to the Hightown Estates. If you hit the Viscount's Keep, you've gone too far.
2 more passes to go.
Oh, wait, no, wrong way, wrong way. This way. Towards the gold people, but not actually going to the gold people. Is it down? It's down, right? It's up. And then immediately right here.
Walk in peace.
What? Why did the Chantry Sisters and the Free Marches get the cool robes? Like, what is this? That would have totally fit Liliana's style in the last game. But no, she wasn't a part of the Free Marcher. The Free Marchers. Chantry. Ooh, Adventures of the Black Fox. Born Lord Remy Vescal in 863 Blessed, the Black Fox was a dashing thief and rogue who went on to inspire so many tales of his exploits that it is nearly impossible to determine today which are true and which are merely fabricated legend. Despite coming from nobility, he has become something of a hero of the common people. His initial exploits involved ridiculing the tyrannical and powerful Lord Val Cheven. Wearing a mask, he would appear in public and disrupt the Lord's plans, to the point that the Lord angrily put a huge bounty on the life of the cunning fox. The origin of the nickname Witch stuck. That the primary bounty hunter who took the job, Carolus, ended up becoming Remy's lifelong partner in crime, only after nearly killing him several times. is one of the most popular tales told in taverns today. The story is often exaggerated to make Remy appear initially buffoonish until Carolus becomes so furious at the Black Fox's inexcusable ability to survive that the cunning Remy gains the upper hand, which impresses Carolus so much that the bounty hunter joins him. After years of terrorizing the Lord's men and foiling his tax collectors, a favorite pastime of Remy's according to the Orlesian commoners, Remy was supposedly betrayed by his lover, Servana de Montfort, in some versions of the tale, a mage of the circle no less, and captured. After more than a year of torture, Remy was rescued from prison by his compatriots, including a repentant Servana, and together they escaped Orlais. In the period of Remy's adventures, he appears almost everywhere in Thedas. As his legend grew, more innkeepers and merchants were happy to claim that the Black Fox had visited their village or establishment and performed some legendary feat. If the tales are to be believed, Remy led the Lord's men on a merry chase. He became embroiled in political intrigue in Navarra, was hunted by the crows of Antiva, and then kidnapped by a powerful mage in Tevinter. In each situation, Remy escaped death at the last moment, foiled the evildoer, and improved life for the poor and downtrodden. Then, inevitably, he rejoined his band of adventurers and moved on to the next land. His companions, Carolus and Servana, the wise dwarf Bullock, and the tempestuous knight Sir Clements, have each spawned their own individual legends over the years. The stories all agree that, at some point, the Black Fox disappeared. He and his fellow adventurers voyaged into the heart of Arlathon forest, seeking the sunken city of the elves, and never returned. Many more are the tales that expand on what ultimately happened to them in that forest, and postulate on how they could someday be rescued. From the Adventures of the Black Fox by Gaston Geralt, 911 Dragon. Interesting. So kind of like a Robin Hood type figure, almost. Oddly enough. Weirdly enough. But it's an interesting tale nonetheless. A lord becoming kind of Robin Hoodish and improving the lives of the poor no matter where he went, escaping evil at the very last moment. Interesting. No, we still can't go out of these doors. Was that a dead body? Yes, it was. Interesting. I hope you clean up these corpses at some point. That's not good for your health. This place is just falling apart. Oh, we can't go that way anymore. Yep, more bodies. Can't go that way either. You can only go up the steps. Oh, the Imperial Chantry. There are those who would tell you that the Chantry is the same everywhere as it is here, that the divine in Val Royeaux reigns supreme in the eyes of the Maker, and that this fact is unquestioned throughout Thedas. Do not believe it. The Maker's second commandment, magic must serve man, not rule over him, never held the same meaning within the ancient Tevinter Imperium as it did elsewhere. The Chantry there interpreted the rule as meaning that mages should never control the minds of other men, and that otherwise their magic should benefit the rulers of men as much as possible. When the clerics of Tevinter altered the chant of light to reflect this interpretation of the commandment, the divine in Val Royeaux ordered the clerics to revert the original chant. They refused, claiming corruption within Val Royeaux, an argument that grew until 487 Towers, the Chantry in Tevinter elected its own legitimate and uncorrupted divine Valhel, who was not only male but also happened to be one of the most prominent members of the Tevinter Circle of Magi. This black divine was reviled outside Tevinter, his existence an offense to the Chantry in Val Royeaux. After 4 exalted marchers to dislodge these rebels, all that the Chantry in Val Royeaux accomplished was to cement the separation. While most aspects of the Imperial Chantry's teachings are the same, prohibitions against magic have been weakened, and male priests have become more prevalent. The Circle of Magi today rules Tevinter directly ever since the Archon Nomarin was elected in 734 Storm, directly from the ranks of the enchanters, to great applause from the public. He dispensed with the old rules, forbidding mages from taking part in politics, and within a century, the true rulers within the various imperial houses, the mages, took their places openly within the government. The Imperial Divine is now always drawn from the ranks of the First Enchanters and operates as Divine and Grand Enchanter both. This is utter heresy to any member of the Chantry outside of Tevinter, a return to the days of the Magisters, which brought the Blights down upon us. But it exists, and even though we have left the Tevinter Imperium to the mercies of the dread Quinari, they have endured. Further confrontation between the Black Divine and our so-called White Divine is inevitable. From Edicts of the Black Divine by Father David of Conaris, 811 Blessed. Interesting. So more about the Black Divine versus the White Divine, or the Divine of the Imperial Chantry versus the Divine of the Andrastian Val Royeaux Chantry. It's kind of interesting that they basically did a teenage rebellion, but literally went, "This isn't a phase, Mom," and just turned the Chantry rulings upon its head. And I'm actually quite intrigued. Never mind, I take that back. I'm not intrigued. I'm not surprised by the very fact that the Divine is not only the Divine, but also the Grand Enchanter. I mean, because if you could wear one hat, you can obviously wear two. So, why not wear both? I mean, I'm pretty sure, I'm not all too sure that in Dragon Age 4 we're going to go to the Tevinter Imperium, and I want to see this all laid out. I don't know who the Black Divine is at the moment. The only thing I know is that I'm not going to reveal anything because some people haven't played Dragon Age Inquisition, but I don't remember them talking about who the current Black Divine is, like who the Imperial Divine is. And that in and of itself is interesting because we get all this information, but we never hear about them. And we don't know how many times it's changed. Obviously, all the divines that we've had in Val Royeaux have been a roller coaster up until this point. I mean, oh man, it's interesting. It really is. You'd think being the divine would be very boring, but there's this movie out. It stars Cassandra Pendergast, who we've met in the beginning. We didn't really meet her, but she kind of stabbed Varric in the book. And she is in this movie, and it tells the tale of how she became the right hand of the divine. I think she's called the right hand of the divine. Her title is the right hand of the divine and the hero of Orlais. And she's in this movie, and it kind of like shows what happens before she comes to Kirkwall to find the champion. And it's a very interesting tale because you don't really get much about her. And that movie, I'm pretty sure it's canon because it's talked about, like the things that happen are talked about in Dragon Age Inquisition. And it's a good movie. I like seeing movies of video game characters. I'm not like animated movies of video game characters that are well constructed and kind of like piece together things that you wouldn't be able to easily piece together in like in a video game. There's so many people, so many important people, and it was nice that we didn't just get a lore book on Cassandra or how to do a variety of quests, because you have to do quests about her, but you only hear about what she did and how she became the right hand of divine in like bits and pieces. It's not like the whole thing. So it's nice to see it in a movie if we had to see it. If we had to. But yeah. It's pretty cool. I suggest checking it out if you can. Okay, so the movie is called Dragon Age: Dawn of the Seeker. I didn't need, like, when I first saw it, I was like, what in the world? That makes no sense. Like, where is this video game? Where are these graphics coming from? And it's not, it's a movie. And I was very surprised. And I took some time out and I watched it. It was pretty good. Alright, but anywho, we gotta talk to our boy. We gotta talk to Fenris. Sorry, I've just been standing outside of your room the entire time. Hello, Fenris.
Egregio Pavali. There are 6 bottles in the cellar. Denarius used to have me pour it for his guests. My appearance intimidated them, he said, which he enjoyed.
I can't imagine why they would be put off.
I'll take that as a compliment. It's good I can still take pleasure in the small things.
You've had a difficult life.
I'd rather not speak more of it.
Are you certain? I'm willing to listen.
To my whining? Very charitable of you. I've wanted to leave my past behind me, but it won't stay there. Tell me, have you never wanted to return to Ferelden?
I have no home left to return to.
The Blight is over. You could rebuild what you lost. Do you truly not want to?
My mother came from Kirkwall. Our heritage is here.
Having a place where you can put down roots, I understand. Still, to have the option must be gratifying.
You've been on the run a long time, then.
3 years now. Denarius has a way of finding me. Perhaps it is the markings. Whatever the means, it never takes him long to follow. This is the first time I've given him reason to pause. I suppose there are advantages in numbers.
Haven't you sought help before?
Hirelings, when I could steal the coin. Never anyone of substance. Until you. Denarius will not give up, however. I await his return.
What if he does give up? What then?
Then I go to him. I will not live with a wolf at my back.
Sounds like the right idea to me.
If it comes to that, I doubt it will.
If you're looking to start a life, you could stay.
I could see myself staying, for the right reasons. I should thank you again for helping me against the hunters. Had I known Ansel would find me a woman so capable, I might have asked him to look sooner.
Maybe I should be thanking Ansel.
Maybe you should. Perhaps I'll practice my flattery for your next visit. With any luck, I'll become better at it.
And with that, getting all those good points with them, you get plus 20 friendship. I still don't know who I want to romance in this game. I don't know. There's Anders and then there's Fenris. So yeah, there's a book in the corner. It's the History of Kirkwall, Chapter 3. Oh my gosh. We've already found Chapter 4, here's Chapter 3. History of Kirkwall, Chapter 3. The Qunari first thundered into Kirkwall at 7:56 storm during the last of the new exalted marches. The collected nations of Thedas were attempting to drive the Qunari from the northern mainland once and for all. Qunari armies were on the retreat, but in a desperate gamble, their fleet circled around the Amaranthian coast and landed a great force near the marchers' city of Ostwick. Their plan was to overwhelm the marcher cities of Starkhaven and Kirkwall. Starkhaven to block the roads leading north, and Kirkwall to block ships on the waking sea coming from Orlais, all in an effort to deny supplies to Thedas armies assaulting Ravane. The attack on Starkhaven eventually failed, but Kirkwall was attacked in a daring night raid where the Qunari used their leashed Cerebus mages in an unprecedented display of sorcery. The walls were torn down and the city was taken, and for the next 4 years Kirkwall endured the most brutal occupation in its history. Writings from the time are scarce. It was not until after the city was freed from the Qunari's deeds came to light. Children taken from families, forced conversion to the Qunari religion, and brutal labor camps. It's ironic that the old slave quarters of Lowtown, still intact after centuries, provided the perfect means for the Qunari to control the city's people. When the famous Orlesian Chevalier, Sir Michael Lafelle, rode into the city after finally defeating the Qunari defenders, he wrote, "Kirkwall is full of people with empty eyes that have had all independent thought driven from them." When Lafelle was appointed the city's first Viscount by the Emperor in 760 Storm, he made it his mission to undo the religious conditionings. The Lafelle bloodline remained popular enough that when the city finally rebelled against Orlesian rule in 805 Blessed, Viscount remained the enduring title for Kirkwall's rulers despite its origins. From Kirkwall, the City of Chains by Brother Genitivi, 924 Dragon. But I'm sorry for butchering that man's name. Not good with names. But, interesting. Wish we could have read that before we went and found the fourth one, but what can you do? Alright, so that is it for today. Did a little shopping, got a new backpack. We finished all of our companion things for now. I think this is all we have until Act 2. So right now, I'm pretty sure we're done. We're done. I do want to go pick up the Enemies Among Us quest. So pick this up. I think we'll bring Carver. We'll bring Varric. And we'll bring Meryl. Alright, come on, let's go. Wait. Okay, everyone is here. Let's go. We go to Hightown. We're just walking out of his door. I think we're just walking outside of his door. Yes. Alright, cool. It's a dog. You guys hear that? Okay. Save first. And right now we're just picking up the quest. But there's also another quest. So, map. There's Maka, who we're picking up the quest from. And then there's the Magistrate, Bernard, who is also there, who I don't know who this man is at all. I don't know who he is. It isn't like he's a part of Act of Mercy, or Loose Ends, or Finders Keepers, or the Herbalist task. This man is unknown to me. So we'll just go talk to Michael.
Stay out of the shadows. There are...
You remind me of Harren Pyvel, Varric. Only younger and shorter, and not as serious.
So, it's a close resemblance then.
Well, he tells stories, and you tell stories. Although none of his begin, "No shit, there I was."
I'll have to give him some better stories then.
Oh my gosh. I like her trying his accent, or like just the way he talks. It's hilarious. And she is.
My. Karen, was it? No. There are many Templars in Kirkwall, woman.
Cries. Oh, poor thing.
Please, can you help me? My brother.
What happened to your brother?
Karen was always so devout, so idealistic. He was so proud when the Templars accepted him. I pleaded with him not to join the Order, but he wouldn't listen. You hear dark rumors about the Templars and Knight Commander Meredith. And now my brother is gone.
What do people say about Knight Commander Meredith?
Oh, she has many admirers. They laud the service she does in keeping the mages in check. But others say she is terribly fierce, and utterly without pity, that she sees demons everywhere. It is dangerous even to whisper such things.
What have you heard about the Templars?
People harboring escaped mages just disappear. Templars interrogate and threaten passers-by. My friend has a cousin who's a mage, and she says he was made tranquil against his will. You hear more with every passing day.
I'm here to help you. Just tell me what you know.
Karen would write me every day. Then suddenly, no more letters. I wrote him many times with no response. I tried to see him, but Knight Commander Meredith threw me out. They won't tell me anything.
Your brother may indeed be in trouble. What can I do for you?
Perchance, in your journeys, if you find yourself in the gallows, ask the other recruits, Wilmerd and Hugh, about my brother. They were Karen's closest friends in the Order. If anyone knows where he is, it's them. Maker bless you and watch after you in this endeavor.
She talks about, oh, those must have been the people that we saw in the gallows. We were in the gallows earlier, and we saw some people. Here's the Chantry's board. There's nothing here, but maybe there'll be stuff here later. So we'll remember this giant pillar plinth thing. Or, well, if anything, let's go talk to him, and then we'll end it for today.
You there, Ferelden. I wish to speak with you. You've gained quite a reputation with the Red Iron Mercenary Band. I find myself in need of someone with your special talents.
Is there something I can help with?
I am a magistrate in this city, and as such, I wish to hire you for a small, albeit important, job. A man I sentenced to a life in prison has escaped custody. He's been tracked to an abandoned ruin outside the city. I'd like you to retrieve the fugitive and hand him over to the guard.
Why is there such a clamor to catch this man? What has he done?
He's escaped. That's reason enough to catch him.
Is there anything else I need to know?
There is something, yes. There are creatures in the ruins. The guards I sent are ill-equipped to deal with such beasts.
Do you know what manner of beasts they are?
I don't know what they look like. I've never seen one myself. The guards say these things have already torn through a full company of men.
I'll take the job.
Bring the fugitive in alive, quickly and quietly. Not only will you be well paid, you'll have the gratitude of a city magistrate. Useful for a refugee, wouldn't you agree?
Now we get the new cast, Magistrate's Orders. Okay, let's look at our journal. That was kind of empty and now is not so much anymore. We get Magistrate's Orders. And, oh my gosh, we don't have any side quests either. Wow. Or companion quests. We have Enemies Among Us, which is speak to the Templar recruits in the gallows in the courtyard to find out what happened to Karen. Alright. Well, man, everyone is glitching out in the center of Hightown. Is the Viscount's Keep? No, that's the Chantry. Yeah, so we'll end it here for today. Hold on. Cool. Alright, so we'll end it here for today. Right next to this crate where we got some boots. Where are you? And next time we'll do journal. Active Mercy and Enemies Among Us might be a little bit lengthy. We still have these to go through. So maybe we'll do Finders Keepers and Magistrate's Orders. But in any case, until next time.